Good morning, all. Today's topic of discussion is Digital Design and Issues, Part 3. The objective of this lecture is to make the students familiarize with FSM optimization. We'll see what is FSM optimization. There are three ways to optimize the hardware complexity of FSM. So, with the help of these finite state machines, whatever system specifications are given, those will be converted to state diagram, and then with the help of different steps the final hardware will be obtained, which will give the functionality of the design as per the specifications. So in the design steps, already in last lecture we have studied about the different design steps. So state table is to be prepared after state diagram. After that, the next step is assign the binary codes for the states, that is called as the state assignment. After that, from the excitation table, prepare the state transition table. Next step is to prepare the K maps, and with the help of that obtain the logical expressions. Simplify the logical expression to optimize the design, and then the final step is implementation of the design with the help of logic gates and the flip-flops. So in this whole process of FSM design, there are three steps of optimization also. So one by one we will see what is the optimization and how to do in practice. The first step is state minimization. Second step is state assignment. And third is logic equation minimization. So one by one we'll see the details of this. So state minimization or state reduction is the first optimization method. Two sequential circuits may exhibit the same input-output behavior but have a different number of states. Like in the first part of this lecture, we studied about the Mealy model and the Moore's model. So the same design we can implement with the help of Mealy model as well as the Moore's model. In Mealy model, we require generally less number of states for the implementation of the same sequential circuit. So how many states will be required, that depends upon which modeling style you are following, as well as there may be some redundant states while drawing the state diagram. Thus, state reduction is the process of reducing the number of states while keeping the input-output behavior unchanged. So, the circuit operation should not change while reducing the number of states. So, we have to only remove the states which will not affect the operation of the circuit. So, that results into the less number of flip-flops, because we know the relation between the number of states and the number of flip-flops required. That is again 2 raised to n is equal to the number of states, where n is the number of flip-flops. So if number of states will be reduced, number of flip-flops required will also get reduced. It may increase the combinational logic. This is one disadvantage, that in order to reduce the number of flip-flops, if we'll try to reduce the number of states, that may increase some combinational logic. So we'll see one example of this state reduction. So you can see one state diagram which is given over here. The state diagram is having the 7 number of states, like state A, B, C, D, E, F and G. So there are total 7 states in the given state diagram. We use the letters to denote the states rather than the binary codes. So at the initial stage, to convert the given specifications into the FSM, for simplicity purpose, instead of using the binary codes, for the state names are used. We only consider the input output sequence and the transitions. So as per the given specifications, only the input output sequence and the transitions are considered. For example, in state A, if the input is 0, then remain in the same state by keeping output 0. If input is 1, then go to state B by keeping output 0. So likewise for all the states, only the input sequence and the transitions are considered. So is it possible to reduce this FSM? Whatever number of states you are observing over here, we have to check whether there is any redundant state. Means even if any state of this is removed, then also the operation remains unchanged. That is the first condition. While reducing the state diagram, the first condition is its output should not get affected. It should remain unchanged. So is it possible? That we have to check. How many states we should keep and how many input outputs. So by reducing these things, we can reduce the number of states. So you'll see in detail. So the next step is to get the state table. So by observing the state diagram, we should be able to write the state table. So in this particular state diagram, we have 7 different states. So in the present state column of this state table, we have the entries A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And as per the input condition, whether the input is 0 or input is 1, we have the next state. And similarly, we have the output. So output also, it depends upon the x0 condition, x equal to 0, x equal to 1. So depending upon the conditions, output will also change. So this table we have to prepare by observing the state diagram. So one by one we'll go. For state A, the first row is written. So present state is A. Now next step depends upon the input. So if input is 0, next state is A only, means remain in the same state. If x is 1, the second case, x is equal to 1. So for x equal to 1, we are entering from state A to state B. So next state for that condition of x is equal to B. And what about the output? In both the cases, output, if you will observe, 0 condition as well as 1 condition, output is 0, 0. Now we will go for state B. For state B, we have to consider this second row. In state B, if we are getting the input 0, then next state will be C. Next state is C. If input is 1, next state is D. And both the cases output will be 0, 0. When in state C, again based on the input, if 0, go to state A, if 1, go to state D. A, D with output 0, 0. In D, again if 0 comes as the input, next state is E. If 1 comes, next state is F. E and F. And what about the outputs? In first case, output is 0. Second case, output is 1. 0, 1. When in state E, again check. If 0 comes, go to state A. If 1 comes, go to state F. If 0 comes A, 1 comes F, and output is 0 for x equal to 0 and 1 for x equal to 1. Okay, x equal to 1, output is 1, x equal to 0, output is 0. Now state F, if we will observe, if 0 comes, go to state G. If 1 comes, remain in the same state with output 1. AF 0, 1. Similarly, for F it is GF 0, 1, and for G it is in state G, it is if 0 comes, go to A, if 1 comes, go to F. This is the last row. So likewise, now we have converted the whole state diagram into the state table. That is the second step. I will go for the next. Now in the state table, we have to find the similar states. So just do the observation and then find out. So already I have marked over the 2 rows in which you can see exactly same entries are there. Like for the present state E case, next state is A for x equal to 0 and F for x equal to 1. Similarly, for output also it is 0, 1, and for G also you can see exactly same entries there. So what it indicates? It indicates your E and G are equivalent states. E and G are equivalent states. So out of these two, we will remove one. Even if this G is removed, then also the functionality of this state diagram will remain unchanged. Even if this G state is removed, if G is removed, then also the functionality will remain same. Now we will reduce the table by one row. Now instead of 7 states, there will be only 6 states. Now again observe the reduced table. So now we have A, B, C, D, E, F. That G is removed. Everything is removed from that G table. Now observe it again. Now in this case, again if we try to compare the rows, just observe this D and F. We'll go to the previous one. Now in this F row, if you'll see, there was one entry G. And now we have removed this G and this G is to be replaced with E. So in the next table, this G entry is now reduced with E. So if it is replaced with E, this is the table. Now again check the rows. So again if you will check this, which two rows are exactly same. So you can see this D and F both are exactly same. D and F are same. So we can replace this F by D. Even if this F is removed, then also there will not be any change in the functionality of the state diagram. So now this D and F, if we will compare, both are exactly same. So D and F are equivalent states. Remove F and replace it with D. So I can remove this last row. Now in this D row, you can see there is an entry F. Next state is F. Now as D and F are equivalent, I can write it over here as D. So this will be the final table which will be obtained, in which we have replaced F by D, and this is the final state table. So we have reduced the number of states from 7 to 5. So now here we have only A, B, C, D, E. The functionality is not changed at all. Only the number of redundant states, the states which we removed are called as the redundant state. Means the even if those states are removed, the functionality of this state diagram will not change. So likewise, we have reduced the number of states from 7 to 5. This is called as the state reduction. And then you can see the reduced FSM, in which you can just observe that this G is removed, F is also removed, and now only we have A, B, C, D, E. And again you can check the functionality of this state diagram. So whenever you are in state A, if 1 comes, go to state B. If 0 comes, remain in state A itself, same as this. When in B, if 0 comes, go to state C. If 1 comes, go to state D. When in C, 0 comes, go to state A. If 1 comes, go to state D. So this part is exactly same as this. There is no change. Now in state D, if 1 comes, remain in the same state. If 0 comes, go to state E. So as per the table which we have finalized over here, we have to make the changes in the state diagram. So when in state D, if x is equal to 0, go to state E. If x is equal to 1, remain in the same state D with output 0 and 1. So similarly, we have to write it over here. And when in state E, what is the table? What the table suggests? When in E, next state is A if x is equal to 0 and D if x is equal to 1 with output 0, 1. So we'll check this thing A and D. So when 0 comes, go to state A. If 1, go to state D with output 1. Okay. So this is the reduced state diagram. Here number of states are reduced and then the functionality remains same. So this is the input sequence which is given. So you can apply the input sequence to both the state diagrams and you can check for the output. This is the assignment, that the input sequence is given. You can just verify the given sequence. If this is the input sequence, how the state diagram will behave if it is having 7 states and if it is having the 5 states. Okay. And as per the state table which we studied, the functionality should remain unchanged. So both the state machines should give the same output. Now the next method of optimization is state assignment. So we have used the state names instead of state codes. So assigning the state code for a particular state is called as the state assignment. So assign the unique binary code to the states and how many bits will be required, that depends upon the number of states. So 2 raised to n is equal to number of states where n is number of bits required. For example, if there are 4 different states in the machine, then we require 2 raised to 2. Number of 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4, means where that 2 raised to 2, 2 is the number of bits. So 2 bit will be sufficient to assign the unique code for each state. If the number is changed from 4 to 5, then 2 bits will not be sufficient. We have to go for 3 bits. So this is one example for the same problem which we have just reduced the number of states, how to assign the state code that is mentioned over here. So there are 3 possible assignments for this particular state diagram. As there are 5 different states, we will require 3-bit code. So the first assignment that we can do is the assignment number 1, binary. Binary code can be assigned. So we can give the binary code as it is a 3-bit, we can start from 000. So 000, 001, 010, 011, 100. So like this we can assign the binary numbers for the states, like A is 000, B is 001, C is 010, likewise. The another second possibility is we can assign the gray codes. Now what is the speciality of gray code? In gray codes there is a change of only 1 bit in the successive numbers or successive assignments. So first is 000, second is 001. So there is a change of only 1 bit. The other 2 bits are unchanged. Now if we'll check between second and third number, again this 11 and this 00, that is same, only there is a change in the middle bit. If we'll go for the next, again first and second bit is unchanged, only the last bit is changed. So we have gone from 000 to 001, then 011, not 010 because there will be change in 2 bits over here. Okay, so if we go from 001 to 010, there is a change in 2 bits. To avoid that, we have gone from 000 to 001, then 011, next is 010. So again there is a change of only 1 bit, this LSB. So between the successive gray codes there will be change of single bit, and the same codes are used for the K maps. So if we'll use the gray codes for the state assignment, then it will be easier to do the entries in the K maps as it is. The mapping will be very easy. The next possibilities we can go for the one hot coding. One hot coding means there will be a one at a time only one bit will be logic 1, and that will successively move from LSB towards MSB. So if we'll see the bit first code, that is 00001, as there are 5 different states, will require a 5-bit code for this one hot coding, because we have to shift this logic 1 from LSB towards MSB successively. So this is the first code. Second code, this 1 will be shifted to the second position, then third it will be shifted to the third position, fourth code shifted towards fourth position, and then fifth. So here only one logic 1 bit is only 1 at a time, and that will be successively shifting from LSB towards MSB. But the disadvantage of this technique is will require the more number of bits for specifying this particular state assignment, and already we have studied that the number of bits corresponds to number of flip-flops in the final design. So that will unnecessarily increase the hardware. Thank you.